Tonight's headlines: Marcos wants job protection in sugar industry. House to proceed with sugar importation probe. Philippines detects 1,011 more Omicron BA.5 cases. Over 21 million students now enrolled for new school year. Philippine debt woes won't reach Sri Lanka's level, says Diokno. Softdrinks industry confirms facing sugar shortage. And PSEi rises anew on improved sentiment. Good evening. Today is Tuesday, August 16, 2022. I am Elmer Navarro Manuel, and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has underscored the need to increase the supply of quality sugar in the food manufacturing industry to protect local jobs. The president said there is a need to assess the government's measures in ensuring sugar supply, adding that they are studying several measures they can take to immediately increase the supply of sugar in the country. Amid the sugar price hike, Marcos has promised to have systems in place to manage the price increase so that businesses are kept running and job security is ensured. And he also disclosed that the government is in talks with traders in order to bring down the prices of the said commodity. Marcos is also eyeing direct importation by food manufacturers with the approval of the Sugar Regulatory Administration as part of the emergency measures to address current industry concerns. The House Good Government and Public Accountability Panel's inquiry on the revoked Sugar Order No. 4 allowing importation of 300,000 metric tons of sugar has been moved next week. Representative Florida Robes of San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, who is also the chairperson of the House Good Government and Public Accountability Panel, said that the probe to be jointly conducted with the House Agriculture and Food Panel has been set on Monday, August 23, pending Committee on Rules release on guidelines in conducting motu proprio investigation. In a briefing on Monday, resigned Undersecretary Leocadio Sebastian of the Department of Agriculture said that he signed SO No. 4 due to dwindling sugar supply. Sebastian has since left his post as SRA chief after it came to light that he signed the importation order without President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s authority. Sebastian's resignation was followed by the departure of board member and lawyer Roland Beltran, as well as Administrator Hermenegildo Serafica. The Department of Health on Tuesday revealed that the Philippines detected over 1,000 new cases of the Omicron subvariant BA.5 of the coronavirus in almost all regions. Of the 1,011 new BA cases, 336 were from Western Visayas, 82 from the National Capital Region, 79 from Central Luzon, 75 from Calabarzon, 72 from Ilocos Region, 70 from Bicol Region, 67 from Cordillera, 48 from Soc-Sargen, 44 from Mimaropa, 34 from Northern Mindanao, 27 from Caraga, 26 from Central Visayas, 25 from Cagayan Valley, 17 from Davao Region, 5 from Zamboanga Peninsula, and 1 from Eastern Visayas. 3 returning overseas Filipinos also tested for the BA subvariant based on the latest genome sequencing run conducted from August 12 to 15, 2022, and the DOH said there are now 5,214 BA.5 cases in total, or in the country in total. Of these cases, DOH said 907 are now tagged as recovered, 53 are still under isolation, while the status of others are still being verified. 2 have also died because of BA.5. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders. In other news, the Department of Education said that more than 21 million students are now enrolled for school year 2022 to 2023, less than a week before the opening of classes. Based on the latest data from the DepEd Learner Information System, a total of 21,272,820 students nationwide have registered for the incoming school year from the start of the enrollment period on July 25 until 7 a.m. of August 16. Of the figures, 18,722,393 students are in public schools, 2,478,488 are in private schools, while 71,939 have enrolled in state universities and colleges and local universities and colleges. The highest number of enrollees was recorded in Region 4A with 3,070 or 3,070,451. It was followed by Region 3 with 2,366,003 and Metro Manila with 2,295,245. In business, Department of Finance Secretary Benjamin Diokno stressed the Philippines' debt problems will not go down to Sri Lanka's level in a hearing with the Senate Ways and Means Committee. Diokno said that the DOF is very careful in their borrowings and noted that most of the country's debt is long-term. He attributed his optimism to former Finance Secretary Carlos Dominguez III's policy to borrow at the lowest possible interest rates. Last week, Bureau of Treasury data showed that as of end June 2022, the country's debt to GDP ratio stood at 62.1%, lower than the 63.5% debt level as a percentage of GDP in the first quarter of the year. This is still above the internationally recommended ceiling of 60% of public debt's share to the economy. The Marcos administration is targeting to bring down the debt to GDP ratio below 60% by 2025. Top makers of popular carbonated beverages on Tuesday said the bottling industry is bearing the brunt of declining supply of sugar in the country. In a joint statement, Coca-Cola Beverage Philippines Incorporated, Pepsi-Cola Products Philippines Incorporated, and ARC Refreshments Corporation confirmed that the industry is facing a shortage of premium refined sugar, a key ingredient in many of their products. The bottler statement came amidst the controversial issuance of Sugar Order Number 4, authorizing the importation of 300,000 metric tons of sugar, which was later on deemed illegal, as it was signed without the knowledge and express approval of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., who, as the concurrent Secretary of the Department of Agriculture, also sits as the chairman of the Sugar Board. Sugar industry stakeholders have lauded the rejection of SO4, saying it was ill-advised as the sugar milling season is about to start and some of the sugar imported early this year are in the warehouses of industrial users. And the Philippine Stock Exchange Index anchored on risk-on sentiments on Tuesday to lift the local bourse's main index, while the peso finished sideways against the US dollar after touching the 56 level midday. The PSEi rose 1.67% or 112.80 points to 6,850.64 at the closing bell. The broader all shares jumped by 1.23% or 44.21 points to 3,625.08. Regina Capital Development Corporation Head of Sales Luis Limlingan said that Philippine stocks continued their upward momentum as funds look for alternatives after the weaker view of China, as the People's Bank of China unexpectedly cut on August 15 its main rate from 2.1% to 2%, and the one-year lending facility rate to 2.75% from 2.85% to maintain reasonable and sufficient liquidity in the banking system. Volume was thin at 963.13 million shares, amounting to 8.89 billion pesos. Advancers led decliners 111 to 91, while 35 shares were unchanged. Meanwhile, the local currency ended the day little changed against the US dollar at 55.83 from 55.825 on Monday. That wraps up the stories tonight. Catch us again tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. only here at Daily Tribune's Facebook page. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night and God bless us all.
Daily Tribune would like to thank the following: Makati City, SM Supermall, Sharp, Century Peak, Prime Homes, Tulfo, DOTR Railway, LRTA, LRMC, Megawide, PGMA, DBP, CAAP, ICTSI, Aboitiz Power, Aboitiz, Udena, Cocogen, Globe, NLEX, Team Energy, MPT, Philcomsat, FDC, RCBC, Divina Law, Maya, Smart Trade, HMNF, LG, Smart, Maybank, PLDT, Caliraya, Mr. Freeze, Senator Villar, Meralco, Republic Cement, Century Property, EK, Mapicon, Carranza, Houseland, Pag-ibig, Meralco, Isuzu, Toyota, Tok, Suzuki, MG, Angkas, Mitsubishi, Beautyderm, SM Retail, NAC, Mondelez, BPI, Araneta, Insight, Pure Gold, Deco, Watson, Copiroti, Pagcor, and Simply Thai.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tarsito are available on our community Viber.